The Guardian/Chapter 8. Historical fiction inspired by Malta's past. All characters and dialogue are invented for storytelling. Welcome to The Guardian, Il-Hares, Il-Hares. April 1942 AD. A Spitfire bounced onto Lucca's runway. Malta was worn down, yet unbroken. I felt Dennis Barnum, 22, through the aircraft's metal. Quiet. Lean. Hands that could fly and draw. Maria and Manuel's son, though he did not know it. Manuel died on Valletta's stones. Maria carried the secret far away. Dennis sat on a crate and sketched the airfield, cratered tarmac, burned hangars, smoke over Valletta. He had arrived with 27 Spitfires flown off the deck of USS Wasp, the last wave of reinforcement. Lightning strikes twice. Son returns to father's home. Unknowing unknown. Sirens. A major raid. I sensed engines and magnetism first. 64 bombers, with fighters escorting them. Against them, 3 Spitfires climbing into sun. Dennis rolled inverted and dove into the bomber stream. A short burst sent one aircraft trailing smoke. An Italian fighter latched onto his tail. Bullets hit his airframe. One round would have reached his fuel tank. I reached for it and tipped it by a fraction. Harmless. Dennis reversed, fired, and the fighter fell away. The bombers still broke through. I felt bomb bays open, then the heavy shocks of impacts across my limestone. Dennis landed with holes in his fuselage and almost no fuel. He only said it was not enough. Bullets like raindrops. Steel birds circle, hunting prey. Island crouches low. April 9, 1942 AD, Masta Rotunda. Morning, Massachusetts. A 500-kilogram bomb fell through the dome, stone fragments dropping into the nave, and slid near the altar. I entered the casing with the force lightning left inside me. I found the fuse and broke the circuit. The bomb did not explode. Many called it a miracle. I felt only the weight of my choice. 2 days later, Dennis flew over Masta and saw the hole in the dome from above. That night he drew it, broken but standing, and titled the sketch, Survival. Stone yields, but stands. Faith clings to cracked limestone. Survival has a shape. May into June. Dennis kept flying. His sketchbook filled with damaged Spitfires, scorched harbors, faces in sheltered doorways. By June he had 6 confirmed victories and 1 shared, enough to be called an ace, though he never used the word. Ground crew painted marks by his cockpit, but Dennis counted only bombs kept away. On June 10th, he flew 3 sorties in 1 day. At dusk, he downed another Italian aircraft, circled once to mark the position for rescue, then landed and drew again. While he fought above, others fought below with flour. On Merchant Street, Antoni Calleja ran a bakery that fed ration lines. Bread, he told his wife Sensa, was hope. Their sons slept on flour sacks in the back, Peter, 4, and Joseph, 1. June 15th, 1942 AD, Joseph had fever, so Antoni went alone. An air raid struck nearby. Antoni pushed customers into the cellar. After the first blast, a delayed action bomb waited. I tried to reach it as I had reached Masta. This mechanism was shielded. I could only slow it, buying minutes, not safety. The explosion collapsed the bakery's front wall, killing Antoni and 3 rescuers. Sensa arrived to dust and certainty. She stood straight, then buried him outside Zechton, holding her sons close. Widow stands unmoved. Children cling like anchors. Family forged in fire. After the war, the brothers grew into opposites. Peter loved books and horizons. Joseph loved numbers, structure, and Malta itself. Sensa sewed and painted to keep them fed. By 1960, Peter worked shipping and saved to leave. Joseph enlisted, convinced Malta needed Maltese discipline. Brothers split by tide. One leaves, one stands his ground. Same routes, new storms. Dennis stayed on Malta as it rebuilt, moving from fighter pilot to staff work. He helped manage the tense bridge between British bases and Malta's growing push for self-rule. He loved the island, yet served another flag. He noticed Joseph Calleja as a rising cadet, brilliant, intense, quick to flare when politics brushed his duty. Dennis advised his trainers to keep Joseph challenged, to force discipline over anger. In 1970 AD, an airmail letter arrived. Peter had reached Sydney, found shipyard work, and grown lemons in a small garden. He wrote of Diana, studying science, her family Greek, understanding exile and home. Then came marriage, a photograph, and a daughter, Celeste, drawn to minerals, holding iron pyrite as if it spoke. Sansa read every letter aloud to Joseph during rare visits. He listened without warmth, yet at night studied the photos alone. I felt the connections stretching across oceans, thinning but unbroken. Blood calling to blood. Memory flowing like current. A child is born far. Iron calls to distant blood. The circle waits, open. Visit Malta. Go to ManicMalta.com/G0 for a family-run Airbnb. 8. Short.